All right, today this is Max McAllister, and I want to talk about the fun, addictive, and challenging nature of Zwift that I've experienced. So, I've been cycling now for about 7 years, and I've had a lot of fun at it, and I've gone a lot of places and done a lot of challenging things. Well, something strange occurs when you get on a bike in this virtual world of Zwift. And pretty much all the friends I'm riding with it have said the same thing. And what I can tell you is, if you start playing the game and you get involved, you're just going to find yourself riding harder than you ever would basically out in the real world. Now, I know that kind of sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And what happens is your friends challenge you in a way that just doesn't happen. And I think part of it is the experience is so immersive. If you like data, you're going to have tons to engage you. And if you love data, you're going to be in hog heaven. So there's things that you could never see in the real world. And while you're studying all this and your mind is interacting with the game, you completely, totally forget that you're riding a trainer. And so you may be alone. You might not even be in a group ride, and you just might see that girl ride away and go, hey, she's not, or you're on a climb and somebody comes easing past you and you just decide, I'm not letting that guy pass me. And you just try harder. And so very much like you see in professional cycling races, throughout the game, there's going to be places where you can sprint. Where do you get to sprint on a group ride? You pretty much never do. So they have them highlighted, and when you come across the sprint in the road, you'll see a green light across the road, and that's the start of the sprint. And so once the sprint's over, you'll see a green arch. You know, it might be 1/10 of a mile or a few hundred yards. And when you go under it, you're going to get, buzzers and bells and whistles, and you're going to get a time. You're going to get put on a leaderboard. It's super cool. Come to a climb, there's going to be KOMs. You're going to see a red line that says, here's where the KOM starts. And they're going to give you information, how far you are from the top, what pace you're going, your anticipated arrival time. You get to, while you're climbing, watch the map for your grade that you're on and see what's coming. And then over here on this board is all the people you're riding with. Now, if you're in a group, they'll be colored, and that's how you know they're in your group. You all have the same color. But if it's just grayed out, these are just people. There's 3,000 people right now riding around New York City here on Zwift. And so if this was me riding along and I was riding and I saw a bike coming, you can actually look in here and see how much power each rider is putting out. And maybe you find one that matches you and you can ride together just based on power. And so that's a great way to find someone to ride with. Or you might just see somebody coming really hard and say, I'm gonna catch that rider. I'm gonna keep with them. So another feature is, so if you're on a group ride in the real world, the same psychology exists in that you don't want to get dropped. It's literally the same emotions occur while you're Zwifting as occur in the real world. So no one wants to get dropped. But the difference in Zwift is you might see them right away, and they might ride away far enough you can't see them. But you can see how far they are ahead. So you might see they're 8 seconds ahead. And in your mind you say, 8 seconds, I just can't let them. You see 9, and you're going to say all of a sudden, I'm not letting that rider get to 10 seconds. And you try harder. And when you try harder, all of a sudden they get 7, then 6, then 5, then 4. Now you see them, right? And then you catch up to them and you're back on their wheel. And it's a fight. You're really trying hard. And by the time you finish and you get off your bike, you feel like you've put in all the effort that you could produce that day. It's just something magic about it. And so I love it. I've never been more challenged. I'm having an absolute ball with it. All the friends I'm riding with feel the same way. So I hope that some of you get a chance to try this and you catch this little addictive bug that I've got and get out there and start Zwifting with us. So I'm Max. Thanks a lot, and I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this and hit the like button.